What up, YouTube? It's Two Fat Guys Pull Us, and before we get to our video, we wanted to let you know about our milestone giveaway for 1,000 subscribers.
We are giving away an amazing Spider-Man issue number 4. This is the first appearance of Silk, the original Sin tie-in. I'm sure everybody is familiar with this book. This is a CBCS 9.8.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so...
Big boy.
This book is much hotter than it was when we first bought it for the show.
Yep, that's true.
You insist on still giving it away, and I'm very happy to do it.
You can tell that he is not. But anyway, we are giving this away when we hit 1,000 subscribers. Kick-ass, key issue, first appearance of Silk, is someone's going to win this book. So go ahead, hit that subscribe button, and let's get to the video, shall we? Hey, Nate, did you know that in Sweden, they have more McDonald's per capita than any country in the world?
No, that's kind of random, honestly.
Isn't it? And that's really random. It's a fact.
Is it, though?
It is.
Who says it's a fact?
I mean, I'm pretty sure Google says it.
Okay, so you trust the Google everything it says.
Also, did you know that a tree, there's only 1% of the tree is actually alive? Like in a tree? Percentage-wise, mass-wise, 1% of the tree is only alive. Only part, like it's only alive in 1%.
I don't know if I believe that.
You could Google it.
I don't know if I believe Google, but okay. What else you got?
What do you mean you don't believe Google?
Why do I have to believe Google?
Because it's Google.
It's just dumbass people on the internet putting what they want to be there.
Oh, like us.
Exactly. I don't claim anything I say is a fact.
Wow. That's verified on Google. Google it.
What do you want me to Google now?
That we're bullshit.
Oh yeah. Well,
See? Told you.
We're bullshit.
See? There it is. We'll start the show.
No fat cow or nothing like that?
Nah, I don't want to do it. There he is. Oh, but the camera's... it's all fucked. Hold on.
Oh, there it is.
Ooh. There are people that are subscribed to our show that have no idea what this bit is, and they're like, why the fuck is there a cow on the screen?
Yeah.
It's stupid.
Don't we technically have more books this week than last week?
Yes, it is Beefy. Beefy verified. There you go. Google it.
Yeah, Two Fat Guys Pull List Beefy verified will give you probably no results, but...
Correct. All right, let's start the show.
Yes, it does. Okay.
What up, YouTube? It's Two Fat Guys Pull Us, and we got another new comic book day for you for the week of March 2nd.
Greatest
no longer
month ever.
Why? Because it's your birthday month or some shit like
that. Dude.
Dumb.
Everyone buy me comics.
Everybody buy me comics. Anyway, it is certified beefy, as you could tell in the intro. You can Google it if you want. We have 21 books this week. 21. Now, not all of them are actually getting read, I don't think. We'll see. I mean, it just depends on what happens, and we'll get to it. So let's just kick the show off. We start with our X books. We only have one this week.
X-Lives, right? Oh.
No, it's X-Men. And you may be asking, why don't we get X-Lives? Apparently, supposedly, X-Lives has been delayed a week. So next week, we're getting 2 Wolverine's X Lives and Deaths books. So we're kicking the show off with X-Men from Gary Jerry. Look at the top right corner.
Oh.
Not even Peña's on the book anymore. What are we doing? I like this. I like this storyline. I'm digging it. I know you're not, but I'm liking, I know we're gonna get some consequence here, and we don't even have Pepe Larraz or even Peña on the book. It's Villa. Who's Villa? I don't know. I'm sure this person's artwork is fantastic, but there's no goddamn consistency, and I have a feeling, based off of this damn cover, that we're gonna get some actual consequence. And if it's doo-doo paper for artwork, I'll be mad.
It's going to be doo-doo paper.
Don't say that. I said it, but don't say it.
It might not be.
Well, I'm looking forward to it, but I'm pissed. Can we just keep the same artist on the book? Like, please. Please.
I don't understand why it's that hard. It's not that hard.
Next up, we have Avengers Forever issue number 3 from Jason Aaron. I saw a preview to this book on comicbook.com. Okay. And we're finally getting introduced to that team that was in Avengers Forever issue 1, where it was like, Vision and Monica Rambeau and like a thing that was floating and like different versions
Yes.
of heroes that we know. Super stoked, super excited. I hope it is as crazy and nuts as Jason Aaron has been doing in this book. I hope it doesn't. I don't hope it doesn't slow down. If that's what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, the Ghost Rider centricity of this arc so far has made me like very
Right.
sleepy. I don't care. So let's see if the infusion of this new team can get me.
I think it will. I think it's going to be fun. All right. After that, we've got Black Panther issue number 4. Now, this book specifically for me, I don't know about you, Nate, is on my pool because this is a hot ticket item. I think we get another appearance from a new character. I can't remember the name of the character. It was in issue 3, and I think we get a full-on like appearance of this person. I cannot remember for the life of me what the character is. But issue 3 like was selling like hotcakes. So 4 is another opportunity for people to pick up, you know, another, I guess, second appearance or full appearance of this character. So I don't know if I'll be reading this for the show. I've kind of fallen out of favor of Black Panther. It's just not, I don't know if it's not my cup of tea, but the story is just not that engaging for me.
Not for me either. This, I'm going to get it because it's already on the pool, and I'll read it since it's here, but yeah, it's going to have to really blow me away in order for this to stay on.
I don't think it's going to happen. All right, after that, we've got Daredevil Woman Without Fear, issue 3 from Zdarsky. I believe this is the last issue in the little mini. As of right now, man, we're just being so negative at the beginning of the show. But I just don't know what, I guess it just isn't fulfilling my expectations, even though I don't really know what my expectations were for this book.
Well, that my expectations for this book were to show us where and what was going on with Elektra during this event. And so far, that is fighting with Kraven for some reason. That has nothing to do with anything.
So, yeah.
So, Kraven, it turns out at the end of the last issue, was deputized. I mean, I know what it means. He's a Thunderbolt or whatever, but, like, I don't care. And so, like, why? Why does it matter? I don't know.
Right.
This whole event's just...
Well, and I think this is a classic, and this is all based off interpretation, but this is a classic. We need 18 event books, and so, Chip, you're going to write an extra 3 mini. Have at it. That's what it feels like. So
maybe. Let's
move on to another Devil's Reign tie-in, and that is Spider-Man issue number 1. I'm picking this up, but... because I'm not following, and I maybe it's my fault, but because I'm not following Ben Reilly as Spider-Man, I just forget. And so I picked this up like, oh yeah, Spider-Man. It's going to be no, it's Ben Reilly. And it's not that I have any issue with Ben Reilly. I just don't know the character that well in the context of present day Marvel, and I don't want to. So this one again will be probably a very quick honorable mentions book for me because I'm just not. I haven't jumped on the Ben Reilly train, and I think it's all because he's not wearing his classic uniform.
This is just a one shot, right?
Correct.
No.
So it's another one of these like, hey, we need another event book. Let's write a one shot.
Yeah, I'm not picking this up.
Nope. Next up, we have a Devil's Reign tie-in that I'm actually looking forward to, and that is Devil's Reign X-Men. Yes. Phil Noto. Yes. Gary Jerry. Yes. Dazzler. Fantastic Four. Nick Fury, Symbiote, Spider-Man, and She-Hulk. Yes.
This is my cover of the week, hands down.
No doubt.
Hands down.
No doubt.
So even just for that, I'm picking it up.
And it's been a minute. Like, it's been a minute since we've gotten this book. Like,
yeah, let's see. It's been January 19th. So almost 2 months in between.
Yeah. I'm ready. I'm ready to read it. It's fun. Yeah, basically, Emma Frost is getting blackmailed by the Kingpin back in the past. See what happens.
Yeah, it looks like we get the 3rd issue in 2 weeks as well.
Oh, gosh. Cool. Next up, we have Fantastic Four issue 41, continuing the Reckoning War storyline. I'm about it. I loved the last issue, which was the alpha. So, gimme. Looks like we have Human Torch going to the negative zone. Fighting the distraction, basically. He was even told, like, this is not a real threat. You don't need to be dealing with this, but he's going to do it anyway because the negative zone buggies are taking on Sky's planet, and he has to go save his boo.
Buggies, yes.
Ex-boo.
Annihilus
A nihilist. I
specifically.
forgot his name. I was waiting for you to throw it in there.
Yeah, I love that. It seems like Sky and or her homeworld are going to get thrown back into the mix. I was really hoping Dan Slott wasn't just sort of putting Sky on the shelf and then just like,
Mm-hmm.
never mind. That didn't work out the way I wanted it to because I thought she was a great supporting
Yeah,
character for the book,
100.
and so hopefully she stays around and this is the way.
Yeah, looking forward to it.
Mhm.
All right, next up we have Moon Knight issue number 9. You know, I don't have anything negative to say about this book. I look forward to it every week. You know, the jumping on and off of artists, it doesn't bother me because I don't know, and that's very hypocritical of me because I'm pissed off about X-Men doing it. But you know, the artists that they had replace for that one issue or 2 issues ago, I don't know how long it was, where people were complaining that like some of the characters didn't have noses, and I was like, that's just that, you know, no, it worked. I thought it was great. So, you know, we're in the middle of, you know, the beginning of a new arc, and you know, this isn't explicitly a Devil's Reign tie-in, so we're getting back on track with the main story.
Yep, and we are back to our normal artist on this one too.
I dig it. Let's do it.
Yep.
After that, we've got She-Hulk issue number 2 from Rainbow. I absolutely loved the first issue. I am intrigued with Jack of Hearts, whom I don't know much about except I read his Wikipedia page, and so I want to know more about how Jack is going to be incorporated into She-Hulk's life. You know, in Reckoning War Alpha, it's kind of, you know, what's the word I'm looking for? It's kind of foreshadowed that they're kind of in a little bit of a romantic thing, or they're just kind of, you know, casually dating, and I want to see where that goes. Also, I think this book's really good, and I'm gonna say that because I'm a She-Hulk fan, so it could be absolute
You are
crap.
a She-Hulk stan, that is for sure.
No doubt, but I'm looking forward to it. It's in your pool.
Is it in my pool?
Yes.
Well, I know it's in my league pool, but I don't know if it's in my collected pool. So if I didn't pull it from the store, I won't be picking up. If I already committed to the store that and said I would get it, then I will.
I think you did.
But we'll see.
Okay. All right. Next up, I know you don't have this one, and that is Strange issue number 1 from McKay. I'm giving it a chance because I know Doom is heavily involved in this issue. And he's been just creeping into the magic world of Marvel. And also, I want to give it a chance. I really just want to give it a chance. I know that we're already stacked this week, but I just want to give the number 1 a chance, see where it goes, see how this former wife of Doctor Strange, how she's going to deal with being the new Sorcerer Supreme, and just see. Maybe there's a sleeper here. I don't know.
Maybe. I'm looking to hear your review and others' reviews. I won't jump on it, maybe unless it was like a trade sort of a thing. I'm not big into the magic aspect of Marvel, but it is Jed McKay, so I trust him. But
we do, but we don't, because we just got off of a McKay like Infinity Score, like
that's true.
And it was like, hey, where are we going? Wait, where'd we go? You know, it was total like poof, gone. So
that's true.
Where'd the rabbit go?
That's why I'm not getting on this one. So
okay. Next up, we have Alien issue number 10. This cover is pretty cool too, though. Like I saw it when I was putting it into the slides. I was like, this is actually a pretty cool looking cover.
This has been a great series so far. I really don't have a ton to say that I don't say about it every week, but like, if you're an Aliens fan and even the slightest little bit, I think you'll really enjoy this. If you enjoy Philip Kennedy Johnson's writing, you'll definitely enjoy it. It's very intense. The Salvador Larroca art can be a little shaky at times on his like faces and stuff like that, but his action sequences are really tight, and they look good. Yeah, I mean this has never been a pick of the week. I don't think so, but this has always been in my top 3 every month that it comes out.
We're still on that like colony that's like Earth, right?
We're still on the colony, so we're on the colony where like the religious people are seeking religious freedom, and where half the group stayed behind in the church because they're like, no, God's just testing us, she'll save us, and then the other half is like, you dumb, we leaving, and then the group that stayed behind in the church got absolutely obliterated and ripped to shreds. So I think this is the story going to be following our Just a few survivors that while they make their way to another camp of some sort, another outpost or something to see if they can outrun the aliens. And I don't think
You can't. They've got movies about it. It never works.
yeah, I don't.
Next up, we have Star Wars High Republic, The High Republic, issue number 15. Spoilers on the cover. So just if you haven't gotten to this point, sorry.
Yes, I was actually quite disappointed when they first previewed this cover
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
they previewed this cover before it happened even in the books, and I was like, "Yo, what the actual?"
What the fuck?
But yeah, so hey, Starlight Citadel's getting blown up. So
Now you know.
yikes! Now
Yeah.
you know. Yikes! I'm curious to see how. Uh, I've been looking forward to this issue for 2 months now because in the book that came out, Falling Star, you get it, Star Citadel, Falling. Uh, the motherfucker breaks in half, and the
Mhm.
book follows the Jedi and the people in the bottom half.
Ooh.
Avar Chris, which they even say in the book, like, oh, Avar Chris, Skier, they're up in the top, but you don't know what happens up there because they
Mm.
specifically left that story to be told in the comic.
Interesting.
So I have been waiting for 2 months to find out what exactly happens to everybody that's on the top of the Citadel and if they
Okay.
survive or not.
Awesome. I'm looking forward to it. Speaking of Star Wars The High Republic, we got The Eye of the Storm, issue number 2, looking into Marchion's Rose rise to just being a total twat.
Yeah.
So, love the cover. And, yeah, actually really enjoyed issue number 1, even though it was filled with deposition, but it kind of had to in order to introduce the character and, like, his backstory. And I'm not going to say I don't not want that, but I hope there's much more, like, brutality in this issue.
Yeah, I'm curious to see how much it's going to be action and how much
More setup.
more setup. The way that Charles Soule pitched this on his Twitter a couple months ago was the first issue was supposed to be a "Where's Marcio Rowe been?" sort of a thing.
Mm-hmm.
What's his past? And then the second issue was supposed to be "Where's Marcion Rowe going?"
Okay.
The thing that kind of frustrates me is if you haven't been keeping up with Star Wars High Republic too much, we're finally hitting the end of Phase 1. Star Wars High Republic was always supposed to be 3 phases. Well, we're ending Phase 1 and we're finding out that Phase 2 is going farther back into the past.
Mm,
So
that's right.
uh, I can almost guarantee you they're trying to do a Star Wars tradition. So the first phase is also like the first trilogy.
Right.
And then the second one's going to be in the past, and the third one's probably going to take up after this one. So this might be the last we see of Marcion Rowe for another year or so until we get back to Phase 3.
Here's this really
So
cool villain. And bye.
I do think it's interesting, interesting way to do the storytelling. I think overall it's going to be really cool, but yeah, it does seem to be kind of taking the sales out of this book just a little
Right.
bit.
I agree. All right, let's jump into DC with Batman 121, Old Enemies, New Allies. Looks like Batman's suiting up, or I'm sorry, Lex Luthor is setting up as Batman, and we have an appearance, nay, action sequences, nay, an actual story with Ghostmaker, maybe?
Maybe,
Maybe?
maybe, I don't know. I
Let's do
would
it.
like that, but
Let's just do it.
he's on the cover at least, right?
At least.
This is the last part of the Abyss four-parter from Williamson.
Hmm.
And then, of course, we know he's going to be doing 3 issues of Batman for the Deathstroke.
Is it 3 or
Cross
2? No, I'm sorry. I don't know how to count. Go ahead.
22, 23, and 24.
I skipped
Because,
22 in my head. I was like 23, 24. Why would he do
yeah,
25?
Chip's taking over at 25. Yeah. So,
Yes.
so I think so Williamson's tenure is going to be quite short here, but it's been good so far, and I think he was the right person to choose to do a little bit of a filler here.
Yeah.
And I like that he's already bringing some Tynion people back.
Give me Miracle Molly. Just do it,
Um,
please. All right, after that, we got Detective Comics 1055. Looks like we're getting a little bit of Huntress versus Mr. Freeze. Let's do it. I'm ready for action. And I have not had any problem with the deposition and setup getting back to day 21 with this Gotham Tower situation, but I am ready for some ass kickery because his hold has broken. The inmates in the asylum have gained back their regular cognitive selves, and so let's get to it. Let's have some action.
I agree. I've loved this series so far. I've loved the slow pace of it all. But I do think it's time to turn the dial up to 10 and sort of like let the climax happen. And it seemed like that's where we're going. I mean, that's how the issue ended. Shit kind of hit the fan. We were back where we started, and now it seems like we're gonna do a big push to the end with the final 3 issues. I think these last 3 issues will make or break the way that this storyline is seen in the future. So I hope that they are good, and I think they will be.
And the Azrael, there you go, Lee. Azrael backup story.
I don't know that Azrael will be in this one or not. Will he? Through the trauma of the time of the penguin.
I mean, he just shot a dude in the back with a batarang. Like,
well, yeah, but we're following the kid, not Azrael. So,
dumb.
Well, we've been following the kid the whole time.
So I'm not reading it.
Literally, no sense. We're getting part 9 of the same story, and I'm very much looking forward to it.
Next up, we have Dark Knights of Steel, issue number 5 from Tyler. Do we have our original artist back on this book, or are we still doing like a
original artist?
Thank God. I know that the last book was kind of like a flashback, so they kind of warranted it that way. Sure, put that cherry on top if you will. Like, I'll take your excuse. But anyway, looking forward to this book. I'm going to tentatively put this as my potential pick of the week, just because this book has been so fantastic, and I'm ready for some consequence with Supergirl. She fucked some shit up, and so it's time for her to pay. And I think Wonder Woman is going to just be that late to saving her in this issue. That's my prediction.
Ooh, yeah, interesting.
So we'll see.
Yep.
After that, this is another potential pick of the week for me, and I'm sure it's another potential pick of the week for you, and that is The Nice House on the Lake, issue number 7, or book 7. I don't care that it's been on hiatus or break for as long as it has been. I have been eagerly waiting for this book, and I am hopeful.
Yeah, November was the last time we got this book. This has been a planned break the entire time. Literally, Tynion said it before issue 1 even came out.
Yeah.
So just don't worry about the future of this book or anything like that. I think I'm going to try my damnedest to reread the first 6 issues because I really want. There's a lot of information here, and I think that the only way to really get that full value in is by rereading that. I've even thought about picking up the trade.
Oh, that's not a bad idea.
And I don't know if I want to read my number 1 too. I think I want to keep it.
Yeah, I don't want to. Not even your second or third or fourth printing. You want to keep all that shit in Mylar when this gets picked up on HBO Max.
I only got the second print, but yeah.
Oh, dude, you're not a true fan. Next up, we're going into our Independence with crossover, issue number 12. I mentioned it in our live last week that I don't know, and I'm sure it won't be the case, but I just don't know if this issue is going to hit for me because it is very Walking Dead centric, and there's nothing wrong with that. I know that a lot of people are Walking Dead fans. I just don't have any personal experience with those characters in comics outside of watching the hype for that one issue where Negan shows up and beats the hell out of a current or a very beloved character, and saw someone's eye be like, So, that's my exposure to Walking Dead. So I don't know if this issue is going to hit. I'm sure it's going to be really good, though.
I've not read the comic either, but I watched all of the show up until that episode. That episode was the last one I watched. After that, I was like, okay,
I'm out.
So yeah, I'm not too worried about it. I think through enough pop culture, we'll get it enough. But
yeah, I'm sure we will.
I really hope that we get another comic book Donny Cates in this book as well, even just for a little bit.
No doubt. Also, love the throwback, the callback to the original number 1 cover of crossover on this. I like that a lot. All right, after that, we've got Nocterra issue number 8. Looking forward to it. We've got these Blacktop Bill wannabes on the cover. I thought in the last issue they got like fucking destroyed. So I guess there's more of them out there. They're being created and recreated and cloned or whatever you want to call it. So, I know a lot of people some people have jumped off this book. I'm still with it. I'm still on it. I'm ready for it.
Yeah, I'm still very, very much into this. I will be picking up at least 2 copies of this book, cover A and cover B. Cover B is David Wynn, Robin and Batman, Descender, Descender. So, as a matter of fact, the Virgin version of his cover is a 1 in 50, and depending on what Ron puts that price at, we'll be thinking about that as well.
Okay.
I'm very, very excited about this one.
Sounds good. All right, after that, we've got Radio Spaceman Mission to Numa 4 from the creator of Hellboy. I am picking this up. I don't own any Dark Horse comics. And I'm purely picking this up because I read an article on CBR where they were like, this is going to be the best comic book in the world since sliced bread. And I bought the hype. It's a 2-issue mini. I like the quirkiness of the artwork. I've never really read any Hellboy, but I've seen it, and I'm like, man, I personally like the art style because it's just so, not untraditional, kind of floaty. The aspect is kind of off, and I like that for me personally. So I think that's the main reason why I'm picking this up.
Yeah, I'm interested to see how it is.
Yeah. After that, we've got our last book of the night and our last independent of the night, and that is Rogue Sun, issue number 1. We talked about it in the live show. You were you're hesitant. You're still going to read it. You're still picking it up. But from our understanding, anything that happened in Supermassive, that character that we were introduced apparently is dead already in this book, and his son has taken up the mantle of Rogue Sun. I am personally intrigued in that. I am with you. I do agree with your disappointment though. Like, why would we set up a character only for him to be dead by the time we get to his first issue? That being said, I do like that we're getting Rogue Sun literally a week after we just read about him.
Yes.
In a previous issue. That makes it feel so much more connected. And I'm going to stand by my theory. I don't think the dad's really dead, and he might actually be the bad guy of the book. I'm going to call it right now. I haven't even read it.
That was a bold call.
Hey, man, I predicted Alfred was going to be back. He was going to get resurrected. It's happening. I'm just saying right now, I'm looking into the future. Dad's the main bad guy. That's going to be the big twist. May not happen in this issue, but I think that's what's going to happen.
Yeah. Well, I'm with you on the release date. I think they scheduled it perfectly. Don't let the hype of the big issue fall behind. Like, follow it up with at least 1 book.
Yeah.
And they did. So yeah, I'm very excited for it.
Let's do it. All right, well, that's going to do it for our new comic day video for man, I can't talk today. I usually can't talk by the end of these videos. The week of March 2nd. Let us know down in the comments. What are you picking up today? What are you going to read first? Let us know also, did we miss any books? Are we missing out on a comic or comics that we just didn't put in our pool? Let us know down in the comments. And as always, make sure to subscribe, hit that subscribe button, hit that bell, give us a like, and we will see you guys this Sunday, 8 o'clock Central Standard Time, live here on YouTube, where we will review these books, and it'll be a great time. We just hit 600 subscribers, and we are on our way to 650 subscribers. We hit that milestone. You know what we're giving away. We're giving away this bad boy. If I can get the glare off the... There we go. Giving away this. So, anyway, we'll see you guys in the next one, and as always, read more comics, fam. See you later.